Jim Rohn says, when I started my business, I was running it. Now what? It's running me. For a lot of business owners, even without the bookkeeping being on their task list, they still feel like the business is running them. And if this describes you, you know that this is a solvable problem. But the IRS is not going to help you. In fact, it's the requirements that the tax agencies put on business owners for the purpose of collecting taxes that can be incredibly scary, frustrating, and overwhelming. Many owners find that the IRS filing systems and the requirements to report their business activities are very challenging because the tax and regulatory system is set up in a way to maximize the amount of tax revenue that can be collected from you and not in a way to help you grow your business. Usually, if you overpay, maybe they won't mention it, but if you underpay, they'll threaten you to collect. There are certain IRS expense categories that you're required to keep track of and total up once a year. Rent, payroll, supplies makes up the bulk of it, but there are actually 10 or 12 main categories that they give you to choose from and one box for total revenue. So this is primarily what bookkeepers do. We're experts in getting transactions into the right bucket, but that doesn't take care of what the owners need to know to effectively drive decision-making in the business on a day-to-day basis, does it? I mean, think about it for a second, how the IRS's numbers and what you need to know are such a mismatch. You can't possibly determine what it costs to acquire a new customer by looking at the total annual advertising expense. That's just not enough information for you to really know how successful you were. A restaurant can't adequately calculate the total cost for the dinner menu just from the word costs of goods. But that's really the only box the IRS gives you. They don't care if your employee cost is rising or how much you paid for lumber. They just need to know the amount of profit you earned so that they can collect your taxes. But we actually need to know more than that. As business owners, we need to know a lot more if we're going to make those daily, monthly, strategic decisions.